but it got rained. We got drenched.
I think the biggest challenge for Mary was actually becoming an actor.
Oh God, I don't know.
Working with us again.
Yeah.
It's a really boring one, but it's just chilling out outside on the lawns at Highclere, you know, between takes. We all just sat down in the sun. It was beautiful weather in that moment, and just that random thing that we're all in these Edwardian costumes, but we're talking about what's going on in our daily lives. They're the moments where you just sat outside and you're getting paid to do something you love in the middle of a pandemic. It's, you know, quite humbling.
Basically, all of the France trip was pretty great. It was really special. It's just the most beautiful, beautiful place. The villa is in this incredible location which overlooks the sea. Any bits of that? I mean, probably the scene that we shot, we're sort of sat on a rock, kind of and watching you enjoying the beach. Myself and Elizabeth McGovern and Imelda Staunton, and we all just sat there listening to the sea in between takes, just going, oh my God, this is pretty special.
We'd filmed in England sort of with restrictions of COVID and masks and stuff like that. To be down in the south of France in the sunshine, getting daily reports from England about the rain was a treat. And there was just a little scene with me and Mr. Bates and Baxter. Just sitting outside in the evening with the crickets playing round about, having a glass of wine. And it just didn't feel like acting at all. It was just, we had three old friends just sitting, chatting. That was my favourite, really, I would say.
Probably the scene in the garden at the villa, and it turned out, well, we were meant to shoot a particular scene in a house in the UK, but it got rained, we got drenched, and it didn't look very much like the French Riviera. So we actually ended up shooting it at the villa, and it worked out, I think, fantastically.
It was kind of interesting because it happened to be a very emotional scene, so we got ourselves all worked up to do an emotional scene, and then never did it.
It got rained off.
and then had to get ourselves all worked up again, and by that time it was hard not to feel like, oh, I'm not sure I can go there again.
It's actually, for me as an actor, it sort of makes everything easier being in a period drama, because you're in this set that looks incredible, or in an actual house. You know, everything's specific to the time period. You're dressed differently, you look completely differently, everybody else around you, all the props. So you just go into the world so easily. So it's actually possibly easier to sort of let your imagination loose.
I think I've always enjoyed the challenge of showing Tom as the world changes around him and the circumstances he finds himself in. I mean, from chauffeur all the way through to married into the family, to the death of his wife, to trying to make the estate run better, then up to meeting Lucy and starting a new life of happiness again, which is something that Tom hasn't had.
I think the biggest challenge for Mary was actually becoming an actor. It's such a funny sort of place to see her in, you know, that she's suddenly having to be part of this film and do the voice of this actor. And the challenges with Downton they're never huge, because we've been playing the characters for so long. It's like you can read something and think, oh, that could be, you know, that's different, that's a different thing to play, and then you slip back into it quite easily. There's some emotional stuff in the film that, you know, is always a bit of a challenge, but other than that, it was so enjoyable to kind of have them out of their comfort zone and be doing her involved in something very different.
Ooh. Oh God, I don't know.
Working with us again.
Yeah. Coming back with these two, it didn't feel challenging in a difficult way. It just felt really joyful. I felt really grateful to be back there. I know it sounds kind of sickly, but it was just so nice being back with all my friends, and I love playing Daisy. It was just as challenging as it always is. I mean, we obviously had extra safety challenges, but yeah, I just felt extra grateful and happy to be there.
So never give up, I suppose. To battle through adversity, I suppose, because that's been the story of Thomas's life. No matter how hard it gets, you've got to find a way of carrying on, I suppose, and believing in yourself. That's what I would say about Thomas.
Her strength, actually, and the fact that she is such a good person, and she's very kind, but I always wanted to build that strength in her, because actually it takes a great deal of strength to follow your morals and to stick by them and to really stand by what you believe in. So I think there's a real misconception that if somebody's a good human being, somebody's a nice human being, there's some sort of walkover or, you know, everything else. And that's absolutely not the case in my eyes. I think people
good people are often the stronger people.